Once upon a time, in a bustling city, there was a wise and respected governor. One day, he decided to wander around the city incognito, disguised as a merchant, to observe the lives of his people and experience their joys and challenges firsthand. During his wanderings, the governor stumbled upon an old and dilapidated shop. The shop was almost empty, with only a few dusty paintings hanging on the walls. In the corner of the shop, an old man sat slouched on a rickety chair, seemingly lost in his thoughts. Curiosity piqued, the governor approached the old man and greeted him. To his surprise, the man responded with a calm and confident demeanor. The governor couldn't help but be intrigued by the man's mysterious presence. "Do you have anything to sell?" the governor inquired. With unwavering seriousness, the old man replied, "Hello. We have the best and most valuable goods in the market." Perplexed, the governor looked around the empty shop. "But I don't see anything for sale," he remarked. The old man, still exuding confidence, explained, "I am selling wisdom. I have already sold it to many people, and those who bought it found great value in it." Intrigued by the old man's claim, the governor's curiosity grew. He noticed 2 paintings covered in dust and decided to investigate further. As he wiped away the dust from one of the paintings, he was astonished to read the words, "Think before you act, consider the consequences." Moved by the profound message, the governor turned to the old man and asked, "How much do you sell this painting for?" Calmly, the man replied, 10,000 coins. The governor burst into laughter. "Are you serious?" he exclaimed. The old man's insistence on the price only fueled the governor's amusement. Amused but willing to play along, the governor began to bargain with the old man. The old man, however, remained steadfast in his conviction. The governor eventually reached an offer of 9,000 coins, but the old man refused to budge. Realizing the futility of his attempts, the governor decided to leave. Yet, as he turned to depart, he couldn't help but notice the old man's indifference. It struck him that there was something valuable in the old man's wisdom. Deep in thought, the governor retreated from his initial intentions. He realized how important it was to think before acting, and to consider the consequences. He felt a sense of relief, and began to reevaluate his actions and decisions. Inspired by the wisdom he had encountered, the governor rushed back to the old man's shop. Determined to acquire the painting, he said, "I have decided to buy this painting for the price you specified." The old man, without a smile, rose from his chair. He brushed off his worn-out garments, removing the last remnants of dust from the painting. The governor handed him the payment in full before leaving. Before parting ways, the old man said, "I sold you this painting on one condition." Curiosity piqued, the governor asked, "What is the condition?" The old man replied, "You must write these words of wisdom on the door of your house and in many places within your house. Let it be a constant reminder to think before you act." The governor agreed without hesitation and returned to his palace. He ordered the inscription of the wisdom on various locations, including the palace gates, his clothes, and even his personal tools. Months passed, and one fateful day, a conspiracy arose against the governor. The commander of the soldiers planned to assassinate him, and he managed to convince the governor's trusted barber to join the plot. As the barber headed towards the palace, intending to carry out the sinister plan, he noticed the inscription on the gate that read, "Think before you act." Fear and confusion gripped him, but he proceeded cautiously. Inside the palace, the same phrase repeated itself along the corridors, urging the barber to reconsider his actions. The governor's attire bore the inscription as well, intensifying his anxiety. Even the shaving box whispered the same message, causing sweat to bead on the barber's forehead. Overwhelmed by fear and guilt, the barber broke down in the governor's presence. He confessed the details of the conspiracy, revealing how the wisdom he had seen everywhere had pierced through his intentions. Grateful for the wisdom that had saved his life, the governor ordered the arrest of the commander and his accomplices. He spared the barber, recognizing the transformative power of thinking before acting. The governor stood before the painting he had purchased, now free from the veil of dust. Its message resonated deeply within him. He regretted not having the chance to reward the old man for his wisdom. However, when the governor visited the old man's shop again, he discovered that the old man had passed away. Though the old man was no longer alive, his wisdom lived on through the governor's actions. The story of the governor and the old man spread throughout the city, inspiring people to reflect on their own actions and decisions. The painting became a symbol of the power of wisdom and the importance of considering the consequences before acting. And so, the tale of the governor and the old man became a legend, passed down through generations as a reminder that true value lies not in material possessions, but in the wisdom that guides our actions and shapes our lives.